Hey everybody, it's Hunter Gooch from Knights of the Folding Table, and today we are going to be reviewing Betrayal at the House on the Hill. This will hopefully be divided into 3 parts where we do a unboxing video, a playthrough video, and a review video where we talk about how we felt when we played the game. This game is created by Avalon Hill Games and is also published by Wizards of the Coast. So let's have some fun. I am joined with Nate. Say hi.
Hello.
I'm joined with Jake.
Oh yeah.
I am joined with Josh.
What's up?
As well as Kyle.
Yeah, thanks.
And we are going to continue with our Betrayal at House on the Hill, and we will do an unboxing video. So I don't know anything about this game. The people around me are all veterans at this game. Mm-hmm. So I need some knowledge. What am I getting myself into?
Lots of horror, suspense, and utter laughability.
Well, horror like a bad B movie.
Yeah, it's like a really campy B movie, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Just know, one person at this table is going to slap everyone else in the face.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So basically, people, with this game, it has absolutely awesome replayability value.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, we can, like, the 3 of us can attest to this without fail. Mm-hmm. Now, the issue with it is eventually people start getting into personal issues because one person invariably always winds up being the traitor, and they're either happy about this.
Well, that's not always the case. But
Well, it's not always the case, but generally someone either.
we've had one gameplay came up where nobody was the traitor.
Yeah.
Just the game was the traitor.
Yeah.
And that got kind of interesting because So all right, so enough talking. Let's unbox this thing.
Oh, yes.
All right. Bennett.
Yeah, it spilled a little. All right, so basically, ignore this for right now. This comes into play later in the game.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, then you have this is where the game starts. Mm-hmm. This is in the main hallway, the main entrance hall. All right, and there's 3 levels of this house. There's a basement, the main hall, and the upper landing, or otherwise known as the second floor. So, yeah, there's that. Now, here is what the rest of the house looks like. I can get them out.
And the house always changes every game.
Yeah, these are what the rooms look like. Now, this is what I meant about this game having insane replayability value. You cannot mathematically play the same game twice. It's almost impossible.
I mean, if
not flat out impossible. I'm
pretty sure if you played the game
you would break the probability of statistics if you played the exact same game again.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so beyond that, there are now up to 6 people can play this game, but you need at least 3. So
Otherwise, you know the betrayer when there's 2 of you.
yeah, exactly. So
It's you, isn't it?
So here we have the upper landing and the basement landing.
and we should note that when you play this, try to play this on a long table.
Yeah, the house can grow. It all depends on how players move.
Yeah,
This is true.
but it can get pretty big and pretty staggering. So try to play on a big table if you can.
So what I'm getting from this is like your own customizable Candyland adventure.
Pretty much.
Except the candy.
If Candyland was hell.
Yeah.
This is the stack of room tiles that you'll get. So obviously, there's a lot of exploration you can do. No, that's a landing.
Okay.
So that doesn't go in the pile.
So
This is just every game, and they're pretty thick. They're pretty durable.
Yeah.
Every game you're gonna have to shuffle these up. The backs.
But don't bend them.
Yeah. The backs show you what floors you can place these homes. Mm-hmm. Or place these homes. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Place these floors.
Yeah.
So some are basement upper, some are just upper level, some are all 3, some are just ground, some are just basement.
Okay.
And how they're lit up, it shows you exactly what landing they can be placed on.
So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling this pile if you guys want to start explaining.
Now, we also have event cards, item cards, and omen cards. Event cards are like you walk into a room and you'll see this little pattern right here. Now, you pull up the card, you read it, and something happens. That's the best way.
or possibly doesn't happen. Sometimes
That is true.
Yeah, sometimes nothing really happens. You just happen to read a card.
Item cards are meant for you and you alone to survive the hellish nightmare you've just walked yourself into.
So there's your
Yeah.
three.
It can range
symbols.
from anything from an axe to a pistol to a lantern to a set of dice. There's a good assortment of stuff in here, actually. And now the omen card. The omen cards are the most important cards in this because it's what activates the haunt if you don't roll correctly with these things.
Yeah. Now,
So-
all right. So yeah, let's stipulate this for everyone. You get 8 d6s, or 6-sided dice. The odd thing about this game is that these are d3s. Yeah, Gooch. These are 3-sided dice, which means 2 sides will be blank, 2 sides will have 1 pip on them, and the other sides will have 2 pips on them.
This is so
So,
strange.
Now, it's strange, but it's fun.
So the goal is for us, if you want to try to not get the haunt to go off, eventually it's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
You roll. It's six,
Mathematically, it's gonna happen.
there is a chance you actually don't. There is a
Yeah.
chance. You have to roll really well for that, though.
Yeah, true.
And
So,
knowing my luck from
It should be
D&D,
8 dice. You roll all 8 dice, correct?
All right, so, all right, we'll get into the rule of the haunt later, but
Yep.
for all intents and purposes right now, all right, when you pull an omen card, whoever pulls the omen card rolls for the haunt. And what you have to do on 6 of these dice, you have to roll the amount of omen cards that are on the table collectively between all the players, either that number or greater.
Yeah,
So
so
if there's 1 card, you have to roll 1 or better. If there's 2 cards, you have to roll 2 or better, so on and so forth. All right.
Okay, so since I am brand new at this game, is there any advice you can give me before I jump in?
Every
A
character
lot-
has 2 sides.
a
Look at both.
lot of times you'll find that the betrayer, that a lot of the haunts, there's a betrayer that is the player next to you. You want to be usually farther away, but also keep like a medium range because they may be the one helping you.
Yeah, because when you're first
Can you
starting,
show the characters?
yeah. All right, so these are the 6 minis, and like every box of this game come with these minis pre-painted according to the color of their character player discs, like this. So one's green, one's purple, one's white, one's blue, one's red, one's orange. So, yeah. And by the way, and just to point out, people actually had to paint these like by hand, and the fact that they do this for every single game that they've produced, that actually shows quite a bit of commitment and very cool of them to do so, because most games, when they send you minis, they don't come painted. They don't even really come with like all the edges, roughed out or, shaved off to where they're nice, clean, and, and done correctly. So, yeah, that's something we all kind of appreciate when they take that extra step.
Now, if only
Now-
they had it with every edition of D&D.
This is true. Now, there are 2 types of players per each card. There is one on each flip side. So, this guy is 2 different people. You choose the side you want, essentially, but of course in this one we're going to roll randomly to see which ones we get, actually.
Yeah. So technically, since there's only 6 minis, you have the option of 12 different characters.
Yeah, so he's Flash, and he's also Ox. Flash is a fast character. Ox is a slow
Strong-
character,
is
but
a-
strong,
Yeah, he's a strong character.
essentially.
So, should we get set up and ready to play?
Well, we
all right,
still have
now-
some things to show.
Yeah, all right, so here's the thing. All right, now what we were talking about, the haunt. Now, here is the basic rule book. It's only, what would you say, there's only like 22, 23 pages of this book, but it's very simple. It's not hard to learn. You can learn it literally in like what, Nate, like
One sitting.
yeah, one sitting, so like
I
10,
did.
like 10, 15 minutes worth of play, you can pretty much figure out how the game is played. Now,
Yeah.
once the haunt happens, all right, so here's what this means. See,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
yeah, it's in the Trader's Tome. Now, there's 2 different books. Both of these books have the exact same 50 haunts. There's 50 different haunts, so again, goes into great replayability value. The Trader's Tome will tell you who is the traitor. Now, it goes according to this. It goes according to what room, and then what item was found. And then you go by the room, down by the, so let's say it was in the master bedroom and you found the medallion. It's haunt number 44. So you would go down here, and according to this, haunt number 44, the youngest explorer, except for the haunt revealer. So whoever the youngest explorer is, according to the age on the character disc, that's who would be the haunt. That's who would be the traitor. So the traitor would get this book, and they would go to haunt 44, and that person by themselves would know what their win condition is in order to win the game. And they would go outside, read it by themselves, and yada yada. Now everyone else at the table would get this book. They're the survivors. They would go to haunt 44, and they would read it collectively amongst themselves to figure out what their win conditions are. And so and after the haunt happens, that's how the rest of the game goes from there on out.
So it really is a team-based game if it's like 5 against 1.
But it's like a monkey wrench you're thrown in at one point, like, oh, we're all together working out, and then one of them just goes like, I'm going insane.
Yeah, it's basically like an engine working in perfect harmony up until someone decides to throw a single bolt into a cylinder of the engine, and then it just blows up.
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
You throw thing and other thing, and
Boom.
bad things happen.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know
All right.
anything about cars.
All right. So, yeah. All right. So
Monkey wrench.
now we have already opened this box before. So all these tokens. Oh, actually, not those. All these tokens come in board grids, and you pop them out, and it's a lot. So in order to not lose them, get Ziploc bags.
Oh, yeah,
and
very handy.
Yeah, it's very handy. So, like the tokens here, let me get these out. Here, you get those out.
Yes.
All right.
Those are the more common tokens you'll see
Yeah.
on the board.
Now,
These little square ones.
yes. Now these are for the haunt. For some of the haunts that happen, these are like the boss.
Monsters.
Yeah, the boss monsters, boss enemies. That's what these are for. These are for
Small monsters.
yeah, small monsters or to represent companions. And you can get companions, one of which is a raving, frothing madman who turns out to be your best
The
friend.
madman, the dog, and the little girl.
Yeah, and I think there's like one more.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So what I'm seeing from here is heavily D&D based because I see a knowledge roll, a sanity roll, and then an item. And I guess that's
yeah.
one of many, but
So-
I can tell this is made by people who
Yeah.
made D&D.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Okay, so you have so many stats. You have speed, might, sanity, knowledge. Speed helps you get out of, there's like a situation where you have to jump over something, you have to do a speed roll. Or you can use your attack roll with your speed for some of the characters.
Yeah, there's physical traits and there's
Which is yes.
and there's mental traits.
And then might is the overall usual what you attack with normally. Sanity is like you pull up an omen card or event card and you have to take a sanity roll. It's how you handle well with like stressful situations around you.
Yeah.
Knowledge is trying to figure something out in the game when it says give you that knowledge roll. It's your intelligence of your character.
Yeah. Now, in regards to the numbers, here, let me see this. All right. So, in regards to the numbers on the card, everyone starts out at the green number. That's your starting point. Now, if you have to make a roll according to the number, what that means is whatever the number is. So, like, say it's 6 on your speed. Say you have to roll. Say you have to make a speed roll. You would take 6 dice, 6 of these dice, and you would roll all 6 and then go from there. However, if at any point your character has one of their values dragged down so far that they hit that skull emblem, they're dead. There's no coming back from it. There's no reviving anything. You're just gone and you're out of the game.
Yep.
So-
This game does have a permanent death aspect. The other thing to note is with those sliders representing different numbers, the max number on any card is 8.
And
There's no more after that. Even if you get another boost to it, you can only go to the highest number on the slide.
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems to be everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, there's also these markers
What?
for your
Oh.
character stat.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. All right. So what these sliders are basically they're like paper clips, for lack of a better explanation. And anytime you have to move them up or down, you can just slide them.
It's how you keep track of what your stat is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
so-
it's just a small little arrow pointer.
Just one more note on those tokens there. These ones here are typically added to the game via event cards.
Yeah. And there's things like items, secret stairs, secret passages.
Drip token.
Yeah. The drip token. Let's see. And
3 times I've gotten that.
item
one.
piles, skeletons, a blessing, a lock, a safe.
So you won't use all the tokens in every game that you play, but you have tokens for every situation the game can throw at you.
Yes.
At the most, I think I've used 6 of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean,
about average.
Yeah, that's about average. So don't expect to use the entire bag of them.
Okay, should we get to playing?
So,
Yeah.
characters, everyone. How are we doing this?
Randomly. Alright, so here we are. We're going to be sitting down to play a game of Betrayal at the House on the Hill. Now, there's multiple ways to start this game. The most common one is players pick the character they want to be and move through it. We have elected to involve an event of randomness to it, and we are going to roll for our characters. This gets rid of any kind of favorite character strategies we've built about it, because you can build a little bit of a strategy around them, what you're trying to do with them.
Very, very true.
Where it's hard because of the randomness of the game, but you know where you want to head.
Yeah.
As far as that go, we've already shuffled up the room tiles, so that is already ready for the game. We've shuffled the event cards, and item cards, omen cards, and Josh is going to take it away on rolling for characters.
All right, so now we're rolling for characters. Now, bear in mind the D6 that we're rolling. This does not come in the box. This is from my personal dice set. So, that being said, all right. So
You can literally choose how you want your group to like get the characters. It's up to you guys.
all right, 4. So I'm getting the blue character.
Now, which one are you gonna play though?
All right.
What side?
All right. So So I can either be Vivian Lopez, or I can be Madame Zostra, and I think.
Oh, Madam, this is so much fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, just because Vivian Lopez's speed is a little higher, I'm going to go with her. Her might isn't as good as Madame Zostra's, but I prefer speed as of right now, because right now we're just going to be exploring the house. So,
All right.
yeah. And then once you pick your character, you put the mini in the entrance hall on this end where the main door is right there of the house. All right, so now it's Gooch's turn. So now it's down to 1 to 5. And if you hit a 6, you roll again. So
2.
Ooh, so you can,
Doctor or priest?
yeah, so you can either be Professor Longfellow or Father Reinhardt.
Oh, yeah, I wonder which one he's gonna use.
Yeah, that's not hard to figure
Which
out.
one would the
I want to use
Overwatch?
a Reinhardt player.
All right, so Nate.
What would the Overwatch fan
right.
pick?
Me too, though. All right.
I got
5,
5, so that's a reroll.
Yeah.
Oh man.
1.
Oh.
All right, so he can either be Heather Granville or Jenny Leclerc.
So at this point in the rolling, because now we're down to 3, we're just going to use the game box die.
All right.
Yeah, because it's
because-
a D3.
So
Yeah, it's a
blank
D3.
1, 2.
Correct.
Yeah.
Blank. I'm the little boy. I don't know which one I'm gonna be though.
So can I just pick, or do I need to roll?
So Peter Akamoto or Brendan Jasper.
So what do we want to do since...
It will
Actually,
be,
can I have your D6?
Oh,
So I just do 1, 2,
actually,
3?
here, need
Yeah.
a D4.
so now it's just going to be evens odds.
Now they're buried. All right, so here you go.
This is going to be
Pass the
very
camera. Jake.
interesting. I've never played a smart character before.
Oh, you're playing with us?
Yeah, I'm playing.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
So what was evens? Which one was evens? Which one was odds?
evens odds.
Okay,
So you're what color?
I got the right guy. I wanted the girl.
Oh, you get okay.
If you want the girl,
you get
can
Flash or Ox, man. You choose.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I disagree with Josh in saying that speed's important early game
Okay.
because you're gonna get stopped
Well,
all the
you're
freaking time.
Well, you're wrong.
you're gonna
you're
get stopped
wrong.
in every other room. So
And so I guess we just put.
I'm going with Ox.
That will be moved back into the game box.
Yeah. So here.
Bye bye, little girl. Consider yourself lucky.
I think.
Yeah, she's gonna make it out of the house alive.
I think I'm not going to play as Father Reinhardt mainly because I look at Professor Longfellow and I see his knowledge
Alright, what is
is
it? What-
5, and Reinhardt's knowledge is 4. So I kind of want to be a little smarter when I go into this. And maybe see. I don't know. Is intelligence really
No.
important for this
It
one?
depends on what rooms you enter. Again, this is a portion of the randomness of the game. Right now, we're just going in, so you don't know what stats are more important than others.
All right.
obviously, the more balanced your character is, tends to be a little bit better because of the randomness of the game. But other players like to take something that they know their character specializes in and tries to focus on that throughout the game.
Then I guess I will play as Father Reinhardt for the fact that he's more sane
All right. Now,
than Longfellow.
all right. Now, I need to preface this. These little sliders, quite a few of them do fit very snugly on the game on the player discs. However, some, for whatever reason, are invariably really loose. But I have figured out a way around that. If you take just a little bit of Scotch tape and put it, like, just say if it was on this side, put it all along like this strip and fold it over, half and half. Like, either put one strip on there and check it, see if it stops sliding loosely, and if it doesn't, put another strip, and then, check it again. But just a little bit of Scotch tape will actually fix that problem. So, like I said, don't know why it does that, but it does. So.
Okay, so that's the base setup for this game. We'll come back next episode when we actually are going to play. So, see us next time when we actually sit down to play Betrayal at the House on the Hill by Avalon Games.
Oh yeah.